This is a stealth and thievery guide for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm going to show you how to level up stealth and thievery fast, how to make some money from doing it, just go over the general principles of it. It's kind of complicated in this game. So there's a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to kind of start somewhere and just go from there. So we'll start off with lockpicking. If you don't know how lockpicking works, it's pretty simple. So you go up to one of these, you have to have lockpicks. You can buy lockpicks at stores, by the way. They'll literally just sell them for some of the stores. And you go up to it, and what you do is you pull this away from center with a controller. You pull the thumbstick away with the mouse. It's easier because it stays in place with the mouse. You don't have to, like, hold it away. And then you're going to rotate the lock, and you're going to move it with it as it goes. So you're going to try to keep it in that same spot as you rotate around. And that's really all there is to it. It's pretty simple. So that's lockpicking. The other thing is, when you're sneaking around, now you don't want to have a torch out. I'm just doing this to make sure you guys can see in case it gets too dark. But you don't want a torch. Torches, you hold down the D-pad and you'll put it away or take it out. If that doesn't work, it's because you don't want to equip. Go ahead and equip one. Guards will be really mad at you and try to arrest you if you don't have a torch out. So if you don't have a torch out, don't get seen by a guard. If you are going to get seen by a guard, make sure it's not an area where you did something bad, or else they'll catch you. So that's something important to know. So say I rob these people, but say on the way out the door, a guard sees me and he's like, get out of here, and I leave. Then the next day, I'll be wanted because they'll put 2 and 2 together that I robbed this place. So this game actually did a really good job about common sense about theft. So be aware that you have to get in and out without being noticed when you go to do stuff. So save your snaps are good, so you can save before doing anything big. And another thing we're going to talk about now is robbing people. And then we'll talk about knocking out, stealth, kill, different things. So when you rob someone, what happens, it's a little mini game where you hold the button at the bottom where it says rob. You hold that, and then based on your thievery skill, the higher your thievery skill is, the faster the number goes up and the longer you can do it without being noticed. So a red thing, like a little UI will appear, and in the center it'll be like grayish and it'll start flashing red the more likely they are to wake up. And so it's a risk reward. You want to hold it as long as you can without, once it starts turning red, you want to stop. And if you have a controller, it'll start rumbling. Now you see I got 20 because I have so much thievery. It's just insane how easy it is now. You'll get this wheel and you'll go around. Most of these will be question marks when you're lower at thievery. And you'll go around and you'll select the things you want to steal. But you'll see that bar, how there's a little bit of red. And when I click it, it moves it away. Everything you steal takes time away from the wheel. And so when you first start off, it's really hard to get more than like 6 to 8 seconds max. And also, if it starts flashing, so the first bit's red, and then after it passes a little bit of a bar, then it will reset and then start being red. And you start there, I just wanted to cancel. I'm going to cancel immediately because for some reason at that time, he was just going to wake up really easily. So let me just try again. This time it's a little bit more forgiving. I can wait a little bit longer and now I have more time. Now something else, when stealing, most of the good stuff is almost always in the bottom half of the wheel. So if you don't have enough time, if you don't have at least like 8 to 10 seconds, you're not even going to be able to take anything from the bottom wheel. But the bottom of the wheel is where the most valuable stuff is. The bottom of the wheel is where keys are, which is the most important thing, and also just raw groshens, which is nice for some people because some people carry a lot. So as you level up thievery, then you'll be able to do more. So now leveling up thievery and stealth. Now, just sneaking around in here and stuff can give me some XP, but the big thing here with thievery and stealth, probably the easiest way to level them up together is to rob people like what I'm doing. Just wait till nighttime, break into people's houses, and just pickpocket things one thing at a time, okay? And the reason you want to do it one at a time is because if I steal everything they have, it gives me more XP than just taking one, but not by that much. So if they have 10 items, or 6 items, and I take one at a time, I'll get like, depends on where I'm at, 'cause you get diminishing returns as you level up, but say like, I'll get 100 XP total or something. But if I take all of them in one go, I might only get 40 XP or something like that. So if you really want to just level up fast, especially for those first levels, because it's so hard without the first level, it's kind of a pain. So what you're going to want to do with leveling up right away to get those first levels is you'll probably be able to get a few seconds at a time, like 6, and then you'll go down and you'll grab one thing and then just back out. And then you'll rob again, and then you'll go down and you'll take one thing and then you'll get out. And in the very beginning, you might not even want to go for the things at the bottom because you might not get enough time to actually do them. Also, the speed at which you go around the wheel, I think, is faster the higher your thievery is. But so you can just go in one at a time and just take things literally one at a time. So I'll show you here in a sec. So let me pop up this. We'll go over to player, go over to skills, look at your thievery. Oh, whoops. Okay. Go over to thievery, and you'll see I'm at, say, 341 thievery and 498 stealth. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to remember that. So we'll say 500 stealth and 340 Thievery. Okay. I don't know if I can even remember that while talking and thinking all at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and try to rob this again. And then we're going to take one thing. Okay, 340, basically 500. And remember, at higher levels, you get less. So keep that in mind. So I got 12 XP of stealth. And I got, I think it was 21 or something. I can't remember. So 441. We'll look again now. Okay. I know 441. And then, wow, that one gave 60. Probably because it was the things at the bottom. The things at the bottom tend to give more XP, especially if it's a lot of groshens. So then from there, so stealth doesn't level as fast as thievery, but I do have a way to level up stealth too. But yeah, so that's probably going to be your fastest way. Just steal things one at a time. Take the easy things. Once you get enough thievery, then it gets so easy to take more stuff. Now, something else you can do in order to level up your stealth is you can knock people out. Now, this is very easy at night. But during the day, you can also sneak up behind people. But my stealth is 522. I can go up to this person, knock them out. Okay, very awkward, I know. And then go to this, and now it's at 552. So that gave me like 30. And you have to remember, it's diminishing returns. I'm level 17. When you're level like 8, that might give like 100. I don't know. Now, keep in mind, though, that when you do that, if someone's nearby, they'll wake up. And how close they can, like... how far they'll wake up from, I think, is based on your stealth. So my level being so high, if someone was sleeping in this bed, they would have woken up, but those people are too far away to even wake up. So be careful. Like if I do it to one of these people, the other person's going to wake up. So you gotta be really careful who you do that to and where and stuff and why and when. But that's one way to level up stealth kind of fast, to just knock people out over and over again. Also, once they're knocked out, then you can just easily rob things. So talking about money and keys, so stealing from people like that money, it's not bad. It's actually decent. But the big thing that you usually want is keys. So down here, I think I already robbed the guy blind, didn't I? That guy over there was the shopkeeper for this area. Let me go check to make sure I actually robbed him blind here. Yeah, I got his keys. Okay. He almost woke up there. That was one of the unlucky ones. If it starts rumbling right after the little first check, you just want to cancel. Anyway, so because I have his keys now, I am at this area of town in Troshkowitz, the first starting town. Here's the shop that guy owns, and since I have the keys, I can just go ahead and get in, and he has a chest here, which I've already opened it, but his keys are for opening this, and you go in here, here's literally everything that guy has, and instead of buying it from him, I can just take them from him. Now, be careful, because if you try to sell these things back to him right away, then he'll basically call you an idiot. You know that he knows that those are his goods, and then the guards come after you and try to punish you, and depending on how much you stole, if you stole his entire bag, it could add up to a big amount of fine. Like, it could be in the thousands. So keep that in mind. So what you want to do when you steal things, there's two things. Assuming you didn't steal from the merchant himself, you can actually sell the stolen goods to him right away, and he'll just ding you on the price pretty significantly. So instead of 400, you'll get like 180 or something like that. The other thing you can do, though, is you can go to find somewhere to sleep, and then, because you're going to need some time. So what you're going to do here is you're going to wait for, 12, 18, probably like 18 hours at a time. Oh my god, I'm actually going to run out of food. And also, you want to bring some food, so eat some food, and then wait, and then sleep, and then just do this, and eat and sleep and wait, and eat and sleep and wait, until, 2 or 3 days have passed. And with each day that passes, more of the stolen goods won't register as stolen anymore. So that's something really important. Then you can go and sell them, and you can get full price. Also, if the majority of the items are not stolen, there's just a few in there mixed in that are stolen, then he'll just count them all as not stolen. So that's also really good. So even if you steal from the merchant, though, if you wait long enough, eventually the items won't even come up as stolen anymore. And then you can just sell them right back to the guy that you stole them from. So that's a great way to be able to get some money from thievery and stealth. One of the big things to talk about is in the inventory. So for your armor, you can go left here, and you can look on the left. It'll show conspicuousness, noise, and visibility. Different pieces of gear have different levels of conspicuousness and noise. So when you're really low level, this is going to matter a lot more. On the right, you can see collectively my current armor set, what it gives me. So we have multiple outfits, so you can change to a different one. You can have one set up specifically for stealth. And so for stealth, you're just going to want like a short tunic or something, some pants, and ideally like no shoes, or shoes that are not very noisy. You want your noise down and your visibility down as much as possible. Honestly, you want all of them to be as low as possible. So you're just going to find whatever gear you can to decrease your noise and decrease your visibility. If you don't plan on getting caught, then conspicuousness doesn't really matter. It's mainly noise is number 1 and visibility is number 2. Visibility determines how far away the guards and other people can see you from. So if and also I think your stealth comes into play in that as well. So for this guy right here, this guy's always right here, for example. Generally, for like even from the beginning, the distance they can see you from is about this far away. Once you're out this far away or so, even if you're right in front of them, they tend to not see you. Even during daytime, they tend to not see you until you get a little bit closer than this. So you can kind of work with that in order to know like whether or not you've been seen. Also, they have terrible peripheral vision, just like most video games, and you can sneak up right behind people pretty easily. So after that, we should probably talk about knocking people out and stealth killing people. So the stronger someone is, the harder it is to knock them out or stealth kill them while they're awake. If it's a woman, they generally just go down. If it's a guy, it's harder, and if they're a guard, it's extra hard. So what happens here, I'm going to save just in case. When you attack someone who's strong enough to fight back, it starts the same fight sequence as blocking and perfect blocks and perfect parry, or pass, I mean, in a combat. You'll see the shield or you'll see the double sword, and you have to press, I guess on control, it's R2 or L2, so block or attack, depending on what you're on. And you have to press that when they pop up. So I'm going to try this here. Hopefully I don't mess this up, although another guard's coming right now. So L2 to knock out. We're going to see here the attack. And then if there's another one, nope. That was all. You might also see a block button. You might see a lot of things. So I see block and attacks and things, depending on your skill versus their strength and all that. But once you get them on the ground, you can then rob them. And you can just take all their stuff. You can also take their money, anything valuable. Okay, take all that. Also, you can slaughter them. There's a button at the bottom right, slaughter. So if you hold that, break their neck. So if you want to just kill someone once you got them down, you can just take them out. Now, there's also stealth kills, but you'll need a knife in your inventory, which I don't have, so I'm going to have to skip ahead and go get a knife. So this is a dagger you can steal from this chest right here at the Miller in Lower Samim. I don't know if that's how you say it or not. So this is part of the main quest. Again, you can go to the Miller. And if you do this quest, he'll actually sell a dagger as well. But that's like the earliest way I know where to get one. I couldn't find any in Troshkowitz or whatever. So this is probably where you're going to want to go to get a dagger. But there's probably places to get daggers. I mean, there are places to get daggers other than this, but that's where I got one. So now that I have a dagger, I can stealth kill. So if I equip the dagger as one of my weapons, make sure be aware it uses a weapon slot. Now I can hold left trigger and I can stealth kill. Now it showed up the same UI for attacking and defending. So for a stronger target, you probably still have to do the attack and defend thing when it pops up. But once you have a dagger, you can just assassinate people like that. Again, stronger they are, the more you'll have to attack, defend, do those prompts as they pop up. But same concept, then you can just stealth kill people. So we talked earlier about getting caught. So say in this scenario, okay? So now that I killed that person, I'm pretty much screwed. Because, I don't know, people may have seen me come in here. Maybe, maybe not. But the bigger problem is I have no way to get... I may or may not have no way to get out of here without being spotted by people. So the big thing is I would have to get out of here and as far as possible before anyone sees me. So looks like I potentially got out. It's kind of iffy, so not that I may still get caught. But you see now I got out and nobody saw me leave the scene of the crime. So now nobody knows that I did the crime.
I can't go any further.
Oh, geez. Okay, there we go. So now you just swing around wide and come back in some other way. And then you'd be good to go, and you hopefully won't get caught. Again, it's a little iffy. Sometimes it just doesn't work right. It depends on a lot of other things too, but that's the gist of getting caught or not getting caught, whether it's killing someone, whether it's stealing, or whatever you're doing. That's why you may be getting caught and not realizing. Now, something else you have to worry about, if you've stolen things, and you have in your inventory stolen goods, although this didn't mark as stolen, but usually they'll be marked as stolen at first. If you get caught for some other crime and you agree to pay the fine or take the punishment, they'll search you for stolen goods and they'll take them from you. I can't remember if it increases the punishment or not, but they'll catch the stolen goods and take them from you. The guards will. So that's stealth and thievery in a nutshell. Don't forget to also buy your perks as you level up. So in here, you can go in here and you can buy these perks as you level up. You get more and more available and more that you get more of these available to buy, and you also get to buy more and more. You see right now I have 3 points available. You see at the top right that I could buy. And so I can go in here and buy 3 different things. And as you level, you keep on getting more and more of them. So don't forget to do that. You can find a lot of things in there that'll help a lot. There's one for pickpocketing that makes the time go faster, makes you harder to notice and things like that. Those help a lot. But hopefully this video was able to help you out, guys. If you're having trouble getting caught, not knowing what's going on, how to do lockpicking, how to do pickpocketing, all that stuff, this video should be able to help you out. Now you have a much better idea of the ins and outs and all the intricacies of how stealth and thievery work in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.